So as our staff is actually in the process of selling franchises for your brand, one of the things that they're trained to do is to qualify this individual to make sure that they're a right fit for you. So in the process, they fill out an application, they answer some questions. There's more listening than talking when it comes to franchise sales, right? Our franchise salespeople are trained to know that you have 2 ears and 1 mouth for a reason. You listen more than you speak. So you want to make sure that you're qualifying and learning about this individual, understand their background, their goals, and their ambitions. And if they are in line with what the franchisor has set as their standard, then that's when you get to the next stage. So they fill out an application. Application is provided to the franchisor. Franchisor actually has a chance to look at the application and say, yeah, I like this guy or I don't like this guy. When you look at a credit score of somebody, it speaks volume about that guy's background. Now, everybody has had hardships, throughout the last 10, 20 years, and maybe they had a house that they lost, maybe a business they lost, and the credit card got dinged. But if you see someone with a low credit score, you need to start asking the right questions, because credit score is a responsibility. If somebody has a high score, they're very responsible about their finances, and that's a very good starting point. You want to find out about, their spouse, what their spouse does, and if this would be the only income in the house, or there's going to be supporting incomes, because any business you start is going to struggle in the beginning and then pick up later on. You want to make sure that that struggle is not going to collapse the business, because that's the only reliable place of money for the family. So we go through all of that process, right? And then once they pass all of this, we consider the discovery date. So that's the day that the marriage happens between the franchisee and the franchisor. So we bring the prospect to the franchisor and say, hey, Dave, meet John, John, meet Dave, and these two people meet each other, right? And here's the opportunity for the franchisor, the business owner, to shake hands with this prospect and ask all the questions. You sit across the table with them, they tour your business. If it's a food, they try your food. If it's a service, they try your service. They gotta like the business, you gotta like them, and that's when the marriage happens. So this is the opportunity for you to spend the day with them and ask them all kinds of questions. And of course, they have to have the money for it, right? So they have to, not only the credit score, but they have to have the funds for it and be able to get a loan for the rest of it. And that process is what we call the qualification process for a franchise system.